Hari Om and welcome to this 20-week course on the Bhagavad Gita. Mokam karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande paramanandam madhavam. This is a verse from the Gita Dhyana Shloka, which means the dumb can become an eloquent speaker, the lame can climb mountains, and this is the power of the grace of the Lord. If you have to succeed in life, three things are important. It is called Prayatnam, Kalam, and Daivam. My effort, consistent and in the right direction. The ability to download God's grace and a certain period of time. To achieve anything in this goal, I will give you any accomplishment in this world. I will give you a magic formula called the PPP-MFT formula. P means this goal that you want to achieve should be your goal. It should be personal. It should be positive. It should be possible. M stands, it should be something that you can measure. What we are looking at, studying one chapter a week. Flexible, there will be obstacles, so keep some scope for flexibility. And time bound. Time bound means in 20 weeks, that means by the end of this year, I will have a very clear idea of the Bhagavad Gita. What is so great about the Bhagavad Gita? The Vedas are voluminous. Adi Shankara, in his commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, has said that a thorough study of the Bhagavad Gita is as good as studying the entire Vedas. Adi Shankara, Lord Krishna, has condensed the entire Vedic wisdom in 700 verses of the Bhagavad Gita. A little over 10 years ago, when Narayan Tridalya started a neuro service at the Chinmaya Mission Hospital in Indiranagar, I requested Swami Brahma Nandaji to inaugurate our service. Little did I realize that when he lit the lamp, he also lit the lamp of my understanding of the Gita and the Upanishads. He requested me to speak at a Gita Jnana Yajna that was starting in 2 weeks, and I realized that I knew very little or nothing about the Bhagavad Gita. That forced me to make a very systematic study of the Bhagavad Gita. Soon I realized that no book, no author had such a transformative impact on me. The Bhagavad Gita is part of the Mahabharata, composed by Vyasacharya, who is a Grihastha, a man of the world, delivered by Lord Krishna, also a Grihastha, to Arjuna, a Grihastha. Just like democracy is of the people, for the people, by the people, this is a manual for a person who's steeped in all forms of human problems. He's a man of the world. And that is why we can relate to Arjuna and understand and see how the Bhagavad Gita is a solution to some of the problems that we face in our lives. The first 6 chapters talk about Karma Yoga, what is my divine nature, and the importance of putting effort. The first chapter identifies what is the universal human problem that we all go through. Who is the teacher? Who is the student? The second chapter is a wonderful summary of the entire Bhagavad Gita. The third chapter is about Karma Yoga, which means how I can transform my work into worship. The 6th chapter is an excellent manual on meditation. The next 6 chapters, called the Madhyama Shatkam, invokes bhakti, teaches us about the nature of God, and also how to be able to access grace. Initially, Krishna introduces God as with form, and then God as the whole world, and finally God as the formless. The last 6 chapters stress the importance of values. In order to have this understanding transform you, you should be morally upright. And the last 6 chapters also say that the essential human nature is divine. If this slide is an important slide which will give you a glimpse of the entire Bhagavad Gita. If I could say in one phrase, which is also called a Mahavakya, the Bhagavad Gita talks about Tat Tvam Asi. The first 6 chapters talk about my nature as Tvam, who I am. The second 6 chapters talk about Tat, the nature of God. And the last 6 chapters talk that the essential nature of the individual and that of God are one and the same. To understand these, there are certain sadhanas or spiritual practices. The first 6 chapters talk about karma yoga, how I can make my work a sadhana, how I can make my work a form of worship. The next 6 chapters talk about upasana yoga. Upasana means various forms of meditations which will help us to make our mind more relaxed, more available for us, more focused in whatever we are doing, and to reduce our distraction in the outer world. And the last 6 chapters speak about the real spiritual wisdom. The last 6 chapters also talk very much about the importance of values. This is the last verse of the Bhagavad Gita, which goes like this: Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijaya Bhutir Dhruva Niti Matir Mama. This is to illustrate how transformative the Bhagavad Gita can be. This verse is not by Lord Krishna, but it is by the charioteer of Dhritarashtra, Sanjaya. Sanjaya was transformed by listening to the Bhagavad Gita. And in this last verse of the Gita, he says, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Wherever there is this higher divine principle in all of us, clubbed with Dhanurdhara Partha. Dhanurdhara Partha means all of us with all our body, mind, complex, fully with all our faculties. If you are able to integrate all our faculties along with the higher values represented by Sri Krishna, and this is what he says, Tatra, Shri means prosperity. You will be blessed by Goddess Lakshmi. Vijaya, success in all our ventures. Bhutir, progress. Dhruva Niti, a steady policy. Matir Mama, this is my opinion. In conclusion, I am happy to offer a course which runs for about 20 weeks, in where each chapter of the Bhagavad Gita is summarized, where we have important verses. We will learn also how to chant the Gita, and we will also have a teaching quiz in each of these classes. I'm grateful to all the acharyas for having given this spiritual wisdom. I hope this course should be able to kindle your interest in the Gita and to be able to learn from these masters directly. Thank you. Hari Om.